So, good evening, good evening, good evening. 22 minutes late. Lateness is greatness. I do need to start sorting my punctuation out soon because 22 minutes is a bit of a joke. Apologies for that. I did overrun with rants and then obviously just talking backstage with Henry about what we're going to chat about. Henry, how are you, man? How you been?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, did the stream just before you and rants. That guy's too funny. How we didn't get demonetized.
You say we. How didn't you get him? I was watching it. How didn't you, mate? Behave yourself on here.
No. I don't know what got
it's different on Twitch, mate. You can say stuff on Twitch.
all of a sudden, we started talking about all sorts. But yeah, I mean, I'm good. World Cup Sunday doesn't really feel like a World Cup, does it? And then I haven't got to watch Tottenham for 4 weeks, so I'm happy as Larry. Can't really complain.
Let's start off with this World Cup because I've just seen a clip that somebody put in the chat with rants. And big up to everyone in this chat, by the way. Big up everyone watching on playback as well. Make sure you fire the likes up. Henry's channel's in the title. There's a guy in the chat called Fahed. He said, "You're an idiot, League Gunner. All Arsenal fans hate you." Good, because I'm not looking to be liked, mate. I ain't interested. I've got friends, mate. I don't need any more, especially people I don't know on the internet. But thanks for your input. But yeah, I just watched a clip of Piers Morgan talking about Gary Lineker and David Baddiel basically kind of boycotting and saying it's a disgrace it's in Qatar. We've known for 12 years this World Cup's in Qatar, mate. We know that country has certain beliefs in certain things that are frowned upon, but it is their country. They can do what they want in their country, the same as Spain, where I live. You have to abide by the Spanish rules. You can't just do whatever you want. Every country has different rules. But what do you make of it? Because I've seen a lot of people moaning that there's no alcohol at the games and stuff like that. Yeah, I find it funny, mate. Do they know England are in the tournament?
Can you imagine if Scotland got there? I see a comedian. He was like,
"Oh, they probably still have 80,000 people marching there." Do you know what I mean? The Scots are mad. But
he said,
like you just said, it's like it doesn't feel like a World Cup. I just said this a minute ago. For me, I don't think it feels like a World Cup because number one, when you were kids, the only time you get to see the greatest players on earth was a World Cup or a Euro, but mainly World Cup because then it opens it up to South America, Africa, Asia, etc., etc. Yeah. So like you had to wait for every 4 years to be able to see the best players, the R9s and all of that, unless for some miraculous reason you were lucky enough to go and watch them live in the ground because it wasn't beamed all around the world. But now, because we get so many different channels, so many different media companies beaming football all around the world, you can watch Ukrainian league football, you can watch Portuguese football, you can watch everything. So you see all these players. For me, that's why it's diluted, because now you get to see them every week. Oh, whatever, mate. I see them in the Premier League, or I see them in the Italian League or Champions League. But why do you think it don't feel like a World Cup?
Well, on something you just said about there, you get to watch all these players. I mean, you get these Spurs fans, right? They must have, as you said the other day, 15 monitors in their room because we're apparently signing some sporting player who's a generational talent, who's made under 20 appearances for his club. So that's the way social media in the world is now. This World Cup for me doesn't feel like a World Cup at all. I think I categorically disagree with having it halfway through a season. The top players in the top nations are going to play anything between 50 to 65 games a season, which is a stupid amount of football. And then you'll get people that come out and say, yeah, but they're professional athletes. It doesn't matter. These are professional athletes competing at the highest level, in the highest competitions. Let's look at Harry Kane, for instance. He's going to play close to 65, maybe 70 games. That's mental, absolutely mental. And then you think this guy's barely even had a rest the last year and a half at Spurs. Every single week he's getting played. I disagree with it. I mean, there's no build up to it. Did you see the clip? I don't know if you saw when me and Rance were live of the fake England fans.
Mate, yeah, they're basically paying. For anybody who doesn't know this, the Qataris are paying Qataris to
every top 10 nations
about the
same 30 fans.
Yeah, and they're paying them to do that. Yeah, so basically you could be from Qatar, yeah, but they're paying you to support Ecuador, or they're paying you to go and support England, or they're paying you to support Spain or Portugal. Mate, that is mad. Yeah,
crazy.
And listen, there's been a lot of hoo-ha and a lot of talk over the years. We've known for 12 years this is going to happen, right? And we've seen all the stories. Whether you believe some of the stories or not, it's down to interpretation from you reading the story and what you believe the media are putting out. Right? Because There's a lot of people pissed that this has gone to Qatar. And listen, we all know it probably shouldn't have gone to Qatar. But at the end of the day, it has. And that's how money talks, bullshit walks, mate. And at the end of the day, a lot of these people that are pissed off about it only peed off because their country didn't get it. That's it. That's all it boils down to. Yeah, it's like when we're linked to a player and then that player, like Lautaro Martinez, oh yeah, he'll be great, he'll be brilliant. Then he goes to United, oh, he's too small anyway. Yeah, it's like when, well, England should have got the World Cup. Well,
exactly. They find an excuse to fit their narrative.
They didn't want it anyway, fuck them. Yeah, like it's just sour grapes. And I've seen so many people trying to put it down. Listen, at the end of the day, Qatar is not a footballing nation. You know, we all know that. Yeah, we all know the reason they got it is because there was some shenanigans that may or may not allegedly or non-allegedly gone on. I'm covering all angles here, bro.
I mean, did you see the thing where they've apparently paid the Ecuador players $7.1 million? 8 of the 11 have been paid
but then again,
to take a 1-0 L.
Yeah, but I see that, and like this is the thing. There's going to be so many smears on this World Cup. There's going to be so many people coming out trying to dismiss Qatar. Yeah, like,
Ecuador won't win that game, though. They can't. If Qatar lose,
I watched Qatar against, I think it was Kazakhstan about a year ago, bruv. That was the best game of football I've watched for years. It was fucking the goals. I think it was Kazakhstan. It was definitely Qatar against someone. It was 3-3 or 4-3, bro. That fucking game. The goals in that game were insane. Yeah, like, but Ecuador is shit. Yeah, they are shit. But Qatar is shit at football as well. Let's be real with it. Yeah, the opening.
No one's watching that game. Let's be real.
Yeah,
no one's
I
watching
think
it.
everyone will watch it because they're so shit. It could end up 5-4. That could be the best game of the tournament. Like real talk, it could. It could be the best game of the tournament because they're both crap. Yeah, but like,
or it could be a 0-0 stinkfest where we're thinking, why on earth we put this on? I mean,
yeah,
let's be real.
This is why I won't be watching most of the tournament, though, Henry. It's not because it's in Qatar. It's because international football, number one, is crap. Number two, it's so diluted. Like, it's not like World Cups from back in the 80s and 90s, or even the early noughties and that, where you're seeing the best of the best.
Italian 90, that was the best World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Italian 90, you had fucking USA in 94, was it?
That was when Saudi Arabia, who's the winger they had? He was like Usain Bolt. Saudi Arabia had a winger and he was literally like a jetpack.
Yeah, what was his fucking name? I know you're on about, but that was the World Cup, the USA one, I think, where Maradona run up to the camera, smashed off his face, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
he scored that fucking mad goal against Argentina. That was the first World Cup I really remembered. Like Italian 90, I do remember it, but
that was one where Gaza,
where I was like,
Johnny
wow,
Barnes.
I now actually remember it because Italian 90, I was 8. Yeah, it's like you remember it, but you don't. It's only later when you look back at all the clips and all that, you know, oh yeah, I remember that. But the 94, I was 12. Yeah, I think it was Diana Ross took the fucking penalty and the goal split in half. Do you remember? Yeah, and the ball didn't even make it to the goal, and then the goal split in half. Yeah, but yeah, it was Italian 90 was sick. It was sick, and all the World Cups back then. But that's because like we could sit here and list off 100 players, and they were all elite. List 100 players.
The Serie A in the 90s. I mean, you could if you used to put like a World 11 from the Premier League, let's say a Premier League 11, and the last 15 years against the Serie A from the late 80s to early 2000s. Serie A was just an absolute. It was like a cheat code. Some of the players you had in that league: Maldini, Baresi,
every single defender was an elite world-class centre back or right back.
Didn't Yap Stam go to play there as well? Desai as well.
Yeah, Yap Stam played for Milan.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Mate, that Milan team under Ancelotti, mate, was one of the greatest teams you'll ever see. That was fucking what a team. Yeah, but even then, like Sampdoria were a joke. Like they were an absolute joke. Yeah, and like then you had Juve, Inter Milan, like fucking Roma, Parma, like that Parma team we beat in '94. Yeah, fucking mate. If I get the team, I'm gonna get it up. Yeah, right. Cup Winners' Cup '94. Look at this team. Yeah, right. Look at this team.
It's like it reminds me of the 03, 04, and then the 05, 06 AC Milan teams. That team is just from goalkeeper, striker.
This team that Arsenal beat 1-0. Yeah, listen to this team, right? Goalkeeper Luca Bucci. I probably battered his name. Antonio Benavero, right back. Yeah, left back was Di Chiara. Yeah, Minotti was captain. Apolloni, yeah. Roberto Sensi at centre back. Thomas Brolin, bad boy. Yeah, Gabriel Pin, Zola, Aspria. I mean, this fucking team's a joke. Yeah, Daniela Zarotto. Yeah, like fucking bad boy footballers, bro. Fucking who else is in there? Fucking
It's like nowadays you got flipping Emerson Royale and Dyer.
bro, it's a joke. Bro, that team was a fucking joke. They had Brolin, yeah.
What the
Zola
Swedish?
and
He was
Asprilla.
the Swedish striker, wasn't he? Brolin.
Brolin played in midfield in that game, but he was really the first false nine, but he was mainly midfield for Parma, but for the national team, he was kind of second striker. But the problem is they had the Parma team had fucking Zola. Well, you ain't putting Brolin in over Zola in that position, so they put him in midfield. Yeah, but then they had Asprilla. It's like, come on. Like, that team was a joke. Yeah, absolute joke, mate. Yeah, and that was one of the best teams in the world at the time. Yeah, and we fucking beat that 1-0. And listen to the team we had out. Seaman, Dixon, Adams, Bold, Winterburn, obviously standard. Yeah, Paul Davis, Ian Selly, Steve Morrow, yeah, Kevin Campbell, Alan Smith, and Paul Merson. Yeah, and our fucking bench in that game was Andy Linnigan, Alan Miller, Eddie McGoldrick, Ray Parler, and Paul Dickoff. Yeah, and we beat that 1-0. Alan Smith, bosh. Yeah, fucking, mate, unbelievable. That team was one of the best teams. But if you went through all of them Italian teams back in that era, they were elite.
Listen to this.
Bro, there's not a single league. Like, the Premier League is the most watched league, yeah? Right? But there will never be another league where the majority of the league were as good as them Italian teams. Because you could go 1 to 15, they were elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the last couple were shit. Yeah, but the 1 to 15, Fiorentina, bad boys. Yeah, Sampdoria, bad boys. Parma, bad boys. Roma, yeah, fucking Inter, AC, Juve. Bro, they had some sick teams, yeah. And then it's like, that's what I'm saying about, like, it's diluted now. Yeah, because football back then, it weren't infiltrated with money in that, which is why the World Cups were always a hype. Yeah, and that's why World Cups were always a massive thing. I've seen no promotion for this World Cup, by the way. Like, literally, fuck all.
Did you see the same 30 or 40 fans that did the England thing with the same fans? They've done it for the top 10 nations: Argentina, Brazil, Netherlands, France, England, Spain. I think there's 2 or 3 other teams. They've done the same 30 people. They've just CGI'd their face to the point of where you can even see the same trainers in the videos.
No way.
It's all over Twitter. It's literally like, it's absolutely, it's ridiculous. It doesn't feel like a World Cup. And anyone is excited for this World Cup, I'd love to know how you're excited. Like, and don't get me wrong, when it gets quarters and semis, we'll all be watching it. But the price, look at that. Burger and a pint is £25. That is worse than down at Tottenham. And they're money grabbing morons.
Yeah, do you know what though, dear? I went to Östersund in Sweden when we played Potter's Östersund.
No, it was like minus 15 or something.
Minus 15. It was fucking freezing, mate. I'm never going to Sweden again. Yeah, but it was the same. A burger and a pint in Sweden was €25. Yeah, it was a rip-off. We found the fucking all-you-can-eat Chinese and fucking went in there, started yamming food for fucking €9, mate. It was great. Yeah, but the burger and a pint in Sweden was €25. But my little brother's in Qatar. He's gone to Qatar, but he booked it up months and months and months ago. There's like, what's it called? Club England or Club Wembley or whatever.
Yeah,
so
Wembley,
he gets priority on tickets and shit. Yeah, he goes everywhere. He's been all around the world watching England. He's been to like over half the countries on the planet watching that shit country play football. Yeah, but I don't know whether he's staying in one of these little container things. Yeah, but they're standard around the world now. Like, so my mum and dad, they travel a lot around Europe on their motorbikes, and they went to, I think that was Denmark or Switzerland, somewhere around there. And they plotted up at the hotel, and outside were these big shipping containers, yeah, stacked up 3 high. Yeah. So my mum and dad were like, "Oh, what's going on over here? Like, what are these shipping containers?" They went, "Oh, that's where people are living." Yeah, and they're putting people in there.
Container.
Yeah, they make them, mate. That's big money. Like, somebody I know, yeah, their missus, she lives in Dubai, this woman, right? And she buys shipping containers and does them up and renovates them into a fucking like a house,
an apartment,
with running water, electric, and everything. And she'll say, "Bro, you can buy a shipping container for less than £1,000. Yeah, massive fuck off shipping container you can buy for less than £1,000. Yeah, and you can put double glazed windows in it, roof lights in it. Yeah, fucking mate. The one she does, she runs a business in Dubai. I can't remember the name of the business. Yeah, but she makes fucking coin out of that, mate, because then they're like mobile homes.
Yeah.
So now
that's it.
Everywhere.
Put it on the back of a fucking lorry and off you go.
Yeah, mate, she's making a fortune out of that, and mate, high level, top spec inside as well. And because they're so big, they're so long. I think they're like 90 foot long or something, and then about 10, 15 foot wide. They're fucking big. You can make a nice house out of that. Yeah, and you get it all like safe and secure inside, all fucking running water and electric and all that. Mate, hers look amazing. You would never know it was a shipping container. Yeah, but then she's
like some of them people that will convert like a long wheelbase transit, and you look inside, and it's like better decorate than your house.
Yeah, that's like these.
That thing's got bloody wheels.
Well, trust me, it's big money to buy these shipping containers. Yeah, and this woman's killing it in Dubai. Yeah, and she's shipping them all around the world. Yeah, like they're made to spec. Like, so people are all like, she's got the business. I can't remember the fucking name of it. Yeah, and they'll say, right, well, I want this, and this inside it, and I'll pay X amount of thousands of pounds for it. She's buying the container for 900 quid. Yeah, and then she's doing maybe 5-10 grand doing it up, and then she's selling that for 40-50 grand. Yeah, churning them out left, right, and centre, mate. Fucking big money.
That's what Daniel Levy does. He buys shit players and then sells them on for more money. He's done that for 20 years. He's done that. I mean, what did I see the other day? I see, I mean, Chicken Royale was just a walking meme. Someone put on Twitter the other day, this guy spent £1.5 million on himself the last 12 months to improve himself as a player, you know, ice therapy chambers, you know, relaxation, all these special massages. The guy's got fucking worse. How do you spend £1.5 million and get worse? Like, I voted on a poll the other day that he's top 5 worst right backs to ever grace the Premier League. You cannot name 5 worst right backs.
Bellerin.
I'd take Bellerin all day long over Chicken Royale. Every day and twice on Sundays. He was shit. But Emerson Royale is a different level of shit. Me, Rance was saying that Wan-Bissaka's worse. I was like, you mad? Wan-Bissaka's played for England. Wan-Bissaka teared it up.
Benchmark, mate, to be fair, because Harry Maguire's fucking playing for England as well.
Wan-Bissaka teared it up at Palace. I don't even remember one good thing Emerson Royale's done. He's sitting there clapping on the Brazil team, mate. You're going to be playing for Peru in a couple of weeks. There's no fucking way you're getting in that team. No way.
Is he Brazilian? Is he from Brazil?
Well, there's a lot of ifs and maybes.
Does he get picked for his national team? Where's he from? What national team?
He's from Brazil, but apparently he's got Peruvian like bloodline. So it's going to be one of those backhand underneath the table handshakes, passport done, job done. You know, but I don't actually know the ins and outs of his family. But he's actually born in Brazil. But they're saying that I mean, you can edit anything on a Wikipedia page. You know, the other day we saw Ivan Toney turn into Ivan Bet365 Toney, you know.
Have you actually seen his name, Ivan Toney's actual full name?
Isn't it like Bet or saying, or I bet?
Yeah. His name's Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney. The first letter of each one it spells out I bet. Like, what the fuck? Real talk.
What do you think he'll get? Do you think he'll get a slap on the wrist, or do you think they'll like proper doing bad?
Bro, some of this shit goes back to 2015. Like, it goes back to 2015.
Well, he's gone. Put 50 grand, I'll score a penalty today, lads.
But the thing is, if he was betting on himself to like throw games, yeah, then he ain't done a good job at that, because he was the championship all-time top scorer ever in one season.
Did Mitrovic beat that?
Oh, sorry, Mitrovic beat it the following season, but at that time,
it was Toney, wasn't it?
He was the best. Yeah, and then he's still scoring loads of goals. So it's not like he's throwing games by not performing. So I don't really know what the ins and outs are, but apparently there's 230 odd different incidents. Bro, why have they been sitting and sleeping on that for 7-8 years? Because this goes back to 15. So who's had this information and kept it a secret for 7 years? And that's why is it coming out now?
Do you think it's coming out now? It's the perfect time.
Gareth Southgate's squad.
Yeah. It's the perfect thing to take the heat away from not being picked.
Real talk, he could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, it depends what he's done. I don't know what he's done.
Yeah, but Kieran Trippier did that when he was at Atletico, didn't he? He got done for gambling. He only got banned for 8 weeks. I think that they've released it.
Keith Gillespie was putting Fergie's fucking bets on for him.
Didn't Joey Barton do it as well?
I think so, yeah.
I think personally,
Ferguson's fucking bets on, bro. Yeah, and he got banned for a bit.
I think they've done it where they've released it at the perfect time when all the speculation, you know, he did the old celebration to say to Southgate, you know, up yours. Is the perfect time to kind of keep the media away from Southgate. Because that man's, he's more protected than flipping, who's a Russian president or prime minister?
Putin.
He's more protected than Putin, mate. Have you seen that guy's house? That guy's
No,
house
I've never seen it.
is on an island on its own, and it's surrounded by trees. There is no way anyone is getting near Putin. I mean, Gareth Southgate, mate. I mean,
Hey, this fucker's got a house in the Costa del Sol. Yeah, let's see where he lives in the Costa del Sol. Jesus Christ, where's this house? Lovely.
type in,
Fuck me, he's got a house in Marbella.
oh, I'm not surprised. He probably owns Marbella.
No, you'd be surprised who owns fucking Port of Banús, mate. You'd be surprised.
Probably be someone like Abramovich, isn't it?
No, it's not Abramovich. No, it's not. But you'd be surprised. Fucking hell, yeah. I'm looking at Putin's house in Marbella. Oh my days, that is.
Someone said Sturridge got banned for 8 months. This is the thing, and then Sturridge ended up having to move out the country and go and play for Australia. Some team like I think it's Perth Glory, but like he's in a lot of shit for that. Like real talk, he's in a lot of shit. What are we saying about Arsenal then? So top of the league, the winter champions.
Oh, the World Cup's come at the wrong time. Like I just want
I
to
think it's coming at the perfect time. Couldn't have come at a better time.
But before I get into Arsenal, because we'll come to Arsenal in a minute. Yeah. Firstly, bang the likes up, people. Subscribe to Henry's channel. The link's in the title. But very quickly, big up Chike, Saeed Al Owaran.
That was the guy's name.
He was the guy who scored the goal. How do you think England will do in the World Cup?
Yeah, that's Saeed. I'm not going to pronounce that, but he was like Usain Bolt. He was rapid. It depends. I mean, we should get out we'll get out our group, and then it's luck of the draw in it. If we get Brazil, Argentina, it's curtains. Absolutely. I mean, I see a clip today of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kieran Trippier nearly throwing up because they couldn't deal with the heat. The South Americans, I know most of them play in Europe, but this is their, they're built for this. They're built to play in the heat. You go back to Brazil and play in the favelas, you got the sun beaming down you, it's like being in a microwave. It's like being in a microwave for 90 minutes. For England, quarters or semis. I don't think we'll win it. Saying that, after I have a few Heinekens and I'm in New York with Brants, I'll probably be singing It's Coming Home after we beat Wales. So
beat Wales. Gareth Bale's going to put us to the sword, mate.
Harry Kane's going to chin him in the first 5.
Don't sleep on the Welsh, mate. Do not sleep on
them. No,
they
turn up for us. It's like, don't sleep on the US either.
They've done well, mate.
The US, it's their bogey. We've never beaten the US in a knockout tournament.
That ain't going to change anytime soon either. We're shit. It would not surprise me one bit if we don't get out the group.
That'd be an embarrassment.
Disgraced. It wouldn't surprise me, bro. Bro, we play Iran, yeah? Right? Yes, we probably should win that game on paper, but the game ain't played on paper, bro. We've got a bunch of fucking prima donnas rolling around the football pitch that all think they're fucking better than everyone else. Yeah, they're not a team.
Oh, Neo's put Bale's the best British player ever. No chance.
I wouldn't disagree with that either.
Nah. The most clutch player
definitely. Well, I would disagree with that, but best British player overseas all day long.
Yeah, facts. And he's the most clutch player.
British player ever, probably not. No.
I'm interested to see, where would you put someone like Gaza?
That's a hard one because he fucking. See, the thing is, you have to factor in trophies as well, I suppose. Yeah, but
he used to have a game, 3 or 4 Heinekens, 3 or 4 beers.
In talent, he was just a joke. The same as George Best, fucking piss take. Like my dad said, George Best is the best player he's ever seen. Yeah, and that geezer was fucking smashed off his face. Didn't even know. Like I think there was a game. I think they played against Fulham. Yeah, and he turned up late for the game. Yeah, and they're on the pitch, and the ref's counting the players, and he comes running out. I think he scored a hat-trick in that game. Yeah, but at half time, he was fucking in the change room with a hooker. Like, it's fucking mad. Like, smashed off his face, banging a hooker in the showers at half time. Like, some of the stories I've heard about George Best are crazy. Yeah, there was another one where when he played for United, they had a bet that he was only allowed to touch the ball with his left foot for the whole 90 minutes. Couldn't touch it with the right foot. If he touched it with his right foot, he had to pay the bet. Yeah, the whole game.
That is mad,
touched the ball with his left foot. Bro, that guy used to nutmeg you, then nutmeg someone else, then nutmeg a third one and go, fuck it, this is easy. I'll nutmeg you all again. Like, what a joke. Like, bro, he was different. And it's mad because, you know what? Players like him, players like Gaza, yeah, players like Merson, yeah, they were so fucking technically unbelievable. I mean, Best's better than both of them. Yeah, from what I've seen anyway. Like, I weren't in that era, but from what my dad's told me and the clips that I've seen, like, Best was just a fucking different level, man. Like, Best was like the fucking Irish Messi. Like, he was that good. Yeah, but I've never seen his career, so I can't fucking say, oh, he's the best player ever, because I've never seen.
It comes down to generations, isn't it? Like, your nan and granddad will say like Pele. Is it Eusebio, however you pronounce his name? Eusebio, and then you got like Puskas as well, like fucking top talents. And nowadays you got people that gas up Eric Dyer, who's categorically.
Oh, people gas up fucking Martin Odegaard. Like, turn it in. Go and watch Paul Merson. Like, but again, it's generation, isn't it? Like, I've seen Paul Merson's career. I've seen how good he was. Glenn Hoddle, another bad man. My dad rates him highly. Yeah, like my dad said. Like, I said to him
a lot of fans.
I said, like, name some top players that I've never seen play. Like, who were your favorite? Like, he said Glenn Hoddle was just a fucking joke. Like, he said he was so good. Him and George Best. He said they were just fucking next level good, man. Like, so good. Maradona, he loved Maradona as well. Yeah, but he loves Messi. But my dad's more of a Ronaldo fanboy. Now, my dad don't really watch football anymore. And when Zidane moved from Juve to Real Madrid for 50 mil, that was him done with football. He said, "No, the game's gone, mate." Like, he rated Zidane, but he said, "No, the game's gone." He said 50 mil for one player. Yeah, Jimmy Greaves, he rates Jimmy Greaves as well. Yeah, but he said 50 mil for one player. That was what, 20 years ago? 21 years ago, maybe?
That'll be like 300 now. The thing is, no one's a bigger fanboy of Ronaldo than Piers Morgan.
Oh, mate, that interview was embarrassing. That was fucking embarrassing, mate. Can I come to the fucking dinner with you and Messi? Like, what a dick. Like, that guy's just a weirdo, mate.
When Rand started saying about he's sucking him off and then Piers is sucking him off, I was dying. Absolutely dying.
But when he said it was the most explosive interview in fucking living history, mate, the only thing that exploded was in his pants. Like, real talk. He was just sat there like a little Ronaldo fangirl. It was embarrassing. Like, real talk. And then my man sitting there going, I am the, what did he say? I'm an appetite fruit or something. What would you? Oh, I'm a strawberry. What is going on here? Like, real talk. What is going on? If you want to do all of that, cool. Don't do that on camera when I'm watching it, mate. Like, you can do that backstage. Like whatever floats your boat.
He's absolutely He's clapped. Absolutely clapped.
Mad. No. That interview was a joke. But yeah, in terms of top footballers of all time in my generation, yeah, Messi's clear, mate. Yeah, Messi's Ronaldo. I've said this before, and I went viral everywhere because these people don't get it. Yeah, Ronaldo's not in the top 50 for players that I've seen. He ain't in the top 50. Yeah, but when you say
that, you rank that as in
why not? He scored 700 goals. Who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Like, Ronaldinho's clear, Neymar's clear, Messi's clear, fucking Giggs was clear, Scholes is clear. Like, I could keep naming player after player. Pirlo, yeah, fucking R9, Adriano, fucking Kaká. Yeah, fucking, I could keep going. I could name 50 to 100 players better than Ronaldo that I've seen in my life. Yeah, Gazza's better than him.
I think for me, if I look at, like, when it comes down to individual talent, I don't think Ronaldo is top 5 in individual talent. I think R9 just
goal scoring ability, cool. Yeah, fair play. You've scored 700 goals. You can't take that away from him, yeah? And that is actually ridiculous. Yeah, it's actually ridiculous.
As an all-round footballer, I put
Erling Haaland's got to score about 50 goals a season for the next 16 seasons or something stupid to fucking overtake him. That ain't happening. So when you actually look at that and deep that, the fucking output is a joke. Yeah, it is an absolute joke. Yeah, but if you're actually looking at technical ability and actual footballing ability, Ronaldo in the top 50 that I've seen in my life, nowhere near. Nowhere near.
I think, like, my if I was to put my top 5 favourite players that I've watched, I'd be R9, no particular order, R9, Ronaldinho, Messi. I used to be a big fan of Del Piero. I thought he was a joke.
Del Piero was sick. Batistuta was cold. Aguero, cold. Like, Batistuta and Aguero are basically the same person, mate. I'm convinced. They were so fucking alike, it's mad. Yeah, but I remember fucking watching Batistuta slap us to pieces at Wembley in the Champions League. Yeah, that geezer was just such a fucking good player, man. Like, all different types of goals. Shevchenko, better player than Ronaldo. Yeah, but he ain't got the goals. But you can't, listen, people sit there and go, oh, it's a warped mentality. Like the guy said, I've lost the plot. I ain't lost the plot. Yeah, even Tay, big up Tay, man. He said, Lee, you haven't lost the plot. I haven't lost the plot. Yeah, at the end of the day, I've seen some of the coldest footballers ever, some of the best footballers ever to have ever played football. Now these kids rep fucking Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, and fucking Eric
Number
Dyer.
14, by the way. Number 14.
Thierry Henry. Dennis Bergkamp. Fucking mate, they're better than Ronaldo. Like, I've named like 20 players just like that, 25 players just like that, better than Ronaldo, bro. I can keep going. Because now we can go into fucking other, like, we can go to wingers, we can go to midfielders, we can go defenders, goalkeepers, Buffon.
No, who was like one of my favorite players.
Oh, but how's Buffon better than Ronaldo? It's a different position. Okay, cool. So we scrap goalkeepers and just do outfield players then. Yeah, well, Maldini's better.
Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos is better. Dani Alves is better.
Danny Alves is still at the World Cup. He's 41.
Yeah, Modric is better. Like, Zlatan's better. I could keep going, bro. I could keep fucking going. But the thing is, the new generation of fan that have only been in this generation of football and have only grown up with Ronaldo, I get it. I understand it. Because that's like me sitting there going, oh, yeah, well, how can you say that fucking Maradona, I've never seen Maratona's career. Yeah, so when I'm saying that Messi's better than Maradona, people that are older than me go, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Maradona's better than Messi, but I've never seen Maradona, mate. I've seen him when he was coked off his nut. Yeah, I didn't see him when he was fucking winning World Cups on his ones. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And winning leagues for Napoli on his ones. Now, I didn't see that era. Yeah. So unless you live in that era, I understand that you live in the era that you live in and you're only going to rep players from that era. But I can still appreciate Maradonas and people like that and Cruyffs and players like that because I'll go and learn that and I'll see that. And you know from growing up as a kid, yeah, you see them towards the back end of their career, some of these players. Yeah. So then you go, oh, okay. And as you get older and get more associated with football, you start researching it and then you start seeing clips of these players and stuff like that. Then the internet comes along and you see more and more. Yeah. But the problem with this new generation is they don't give a fuck about anything apart from now. Yeah. They're not going to go and check Paul Merson fucking clips. Yeah, they're not going to go and check Dennis Bergkamp. Like after
Hullet, Clarence Seedorf,
best player we've ever had, mate. Liam Brady, top player for Arsenal. Nobody's ever going to go and check Liam Brady clips because it's all about Martin Odegaard and Mesut Ozil. Like, who gives a fuck? Yeah, like it's sad, but at the same time, I get it because I'm not sitting there fucking googling Maradona clips every day. Like, do you know what I mean? I appreciate how good he was, even though I didn't see him. Properly.
Someone just said it there in the chat. Frank Ribery was a joke. Absolutely robbed off the Ballon d'Or. That was daylight robbery. Him and Iron Robin as a wing duo were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Van Basten, that volley he scored, was that in the 90 World Cup?
I think it was. Yeah, the one across goal. That goal was a joke. That was when they had Hullet in the team with his dreadlocks and that, man. Fucking
Rijkaard. Was it Rijkaard as well?
Seedorf,
Coleman,
Rijkaard, fucking mate. Them teams back then, man. How Holland never won a World Cup is fucking insane, really, isn't it?
They got what was the red card they got? Was it against Germany in the 90 World Cup? And they went out, didn't they?
Who was the guy that who was it that spat in his hair? What fucking World Cup was that? Was it Rudi Völler spat in fucking Hullet's hair or vice versa?
Yeah, it was Völler.
Yeah, Rudi Völler for Germany. Was it Hullet's hair he spat in?
Yeah.
Or was it the other way around?
No, it weren't. It weren't someone. It weren't Ruud Hullet. It was someone else. It was Rijkaard.
Yeah, Rudi Völler spat in someone's hair in the Dutch team. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, mad. Actually fucking mad. But mate, them eras of football, Rijkaard, big up the chat, man. Big up Aaron.
Yeah, man. I thought it was Rijkaard.
Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Ors. Bro, Thierry Henry's got none and he should have 2. Pavel Nedved's got 1. And although he was a fucking good player, he shouldn't have won it over Henry. Anyway, fuck this World Cup.
Who won it? Who won it the year Thierry Henry won it? No, not Thierry Henry. Who won it the year Ribery should have won it? Is it Messi?
I think so, yeah. I think Messi.
That was...
But to be fair, Messi's been the best player on the planet since he broke through, mate. Let's just be real with it. He's been the best player. Bro, you can't be posting them figures, yeah, and you're not even a striker. Like, if you actually go and have a look at his fucking... is like... Stats back up the eye test, in my opinion, but most fans now, they use stats to prove that their player is good because the eye test fails. So now you have to use stats. Now they're making up new stats, yeah? Right? But when you actually watch Messi, I remember watching his fucking first ever game, and he came on, and Ronaldinho scooped the ball over defence, and he slapped it in the bottom corner, yeah, and he was offside. 40 seconds later, scooped it up again, and he slapped it in, bosh. That was like passing the baton to Messi. It was like, I'm done here. Now you're going to be king. Yeah, and bro, I used to watch Spanish football week in, week out back then, yeah. Mate, that fucking goal against Getafe, yeah, the Maradona goal where he just run around it. Bro, that guy was a fucking joke. He was 19, and he's just running around everyone. Bro, that guy's the best player I've ever fucking seen, man. Best player I've ever seen. Top footballer, man. And the thing is,
your top 3 is?
My top 3 of all time. That's hard. Messi's top. That is hard, though, because there's so many good fucking players, man. I want to put Bergkamp in there because I love Bergkamp. Like, he's our greatest ever player. Yeah, but I don't know. That's a tough question. R9 should be in there. You can't have a top 3 without R9 in it. But then you can't have a top 3 without Zidane. It's like, bro, the top,
Zidane only won
top 3 because Messi's top. That's all I'm giving. Messi's top.
Did you know Zidane only won the La Liga once with Real Madrid? He only won it once.
I think he won more Champions Leagues than didn't he?
Yeah, I think he won 2 Champions Leagues or something. But
that goal he scored against Leverkusen, that volley, man. What a
that Leverkusen team was a joke, by the way. They had like I think they had like they had Michael Ballack in that team. He was that was a Rolls Royce of a midfielder. He was
look at this, man. Fucking Messi was scoring hat tricks against Madrid in the El Clasico in 19. Bad boy footballer. Yeah. Bad boy. Ronaldinho. Yes. Ronaldinho should be in the top 3 as well. Like, you can't do a top 3 because everyone's going to get the ump. It'll be like, why ain't he in there? And then you're like,
I'd have R9 over Coutinho.
Other than that, you can all fight it out.
I'd have R9 over Coutinho.
Let's talk about Spurs, man. Man said Peter Rod and Wingy first.
Mate, that's Z Roberto. Someone said Z Roberto. That guy's up 47 and he's got more. Mate, that guy is chiseled. I don't know how many steroids or whatever he's been eating, Trembolone or whatever. That guy is built like a brick. Like, you could grate cheese off the geezer's abs. He's built, mate. An absolute built. Spurs.
Yeah, let's talk about
loads
Spurs.
Of our fans, bro. Loads of our fans.
I've titled the video Conte Out. Are you Conte Out, Henry?
No.
Because a lot of
anyone that's Conte out, right?
You had your best start to a Premier League season. You're still 8 points behind Arsenal, which is mad, by the way. And this, I think this is our best ever start to a season as well, to be fair. In 2008, 7-8, we had 36 points at this stage. So 1 behind.
Just to put this into perspective, right? So in the opening 38 games of Antonio Conte's footballing, let's say, season with a club, or his first 38 games of a club, he hasn't accumulated as many points as he has with Tottenham. Tottenham outweighs Inter Milan, Chelsea, and when he managed like Parma or Juve. He's got more points with Tottenham, right? Whether people like it or not, we're through to the last 16 of the Champions League against AC Milan. And by some miracle, we'll probably stink it out and get through to the quarterfinal and then get slapped by Man City, right? As you said, we're in the top 4 still. People don't... What Spurs fans don't like to admit is Antonio Conte's job isn't to win trophies. Antonio Conte's job is to maintain top 4 because that's what brings the money in for the football club. This football club don't care about trophies, Lee. They never have. Since Enoch come in, we used to average 3 or 4 trophies a decade. We average 0.25. Now we've won a League Cup, 1 League Cup in the last 22 years. Embarrassing. Birmingham have also won a League Cup. Swansea, Portsmouth have won a more decorated trophy than we have in the last 22 years. The FA Cup in 2008.
Leicester have won a league and an FA Cup in the last.
Leicester. That's what I'm saying. We're Leicester now, just about above the relegation zone. The thing is, with us, people come out and say, "Oh yeah, I want contact," because the football's dead. The football's dinosaur, fossil football, right? Well, we haven't got technically gifted players to play a system like he did with Inter Milan. We haven't got a Barea, a Brozovic, an Eriksson, a Skriniar, a Bastoni, a De Vrij. We haven't got wing backs like Hakimi. We've got Emerson fucking Royale, Chicken Royale, who can't even start for Peru. He's a disgrace. One of the worst right backs I have ever seen. An absolute disgrace. So when people come out and say, "Oh, they want Conte out," why? Why?
A lot of people are saying that they want him out. Like, there's people in the chat, Spurs fans in the chat, saying they want him out because they're tired of boring football. Well, the thing is, you had good football.
We're fourth in the league, Lee.
Yeah, but you had good football under Poch and still didn't win anything. So it's like, would you rather watch good football and win nothing, or would you rather be bored and maybe?
What do you know what I'd rather do, Lee? I'd rather win something. And if it means we stink it out, and I mean stink it out, like disgusting. Like where's that place on the A13 you drive past, and it is an absolute, it is foul. It's like you're walking past the Emirates, mate. It reeks. Anyway, the problem we've got is
fucking Blackheath.
Yeah, oh mate, that place absolutely reeks. That's what our football's like. But at the end of the day, if it means we bring a trophy, everyone automatically, what they do is they compare back to the Pochettino team. We had Kyle Walker was the best right back in the league.
I'm going to grab a beer, yeah?
Whether people like it or not, we had the best centre-back pairing at that time in the league with Toby and Yam. We also had Dembele. We also had Wanyama. We also had Ericsson, who was the guy's still doing bits now when he's in his 30s. We had Son. We still got Son. We still got Kane. We had Dele Alli doing bits. We had Kieran Trippier, who apparently isn't good enough for Spurs. This geezer's better than most of the right backs in the league now when he's 32. Like, Beckton, that's it. That place on the A13 absolutely reeks. That's what our football's like. But you get fans coming out saying, oh, yeah, but you can't see what Daniel Levy and Paratici are cooking. What the fuck are these guys cooking? Somebody tell me. What are they cooking? Leicester have been a more successful football club in the last 20 years and they've spent most of their time in the Championship. Like, I don't get it. We haven't bought players for a system. You look at Arteta, right? People can slag him off. People can say the truth like you. Other people can big him up. But he's bought players for his 11. Zinchenko, Jesus, Thomas Partey. North London is Ben White. You know, who else have you bought?
He bought Gabriel.
Still in your 11.
He bought Gabriel Magalhaes. He bought Thomas Partey. All the 11. They're all the 11s that are starting, the players in the starting 11. He bought Aaron Ramsdale. Bought Ben White. He's bought Gabriel Magalhaes. He's bought Zinchenko. So there's 4 at the back 5 because the only one he didn't buy out of that is Saliba. Midfield, Xhaka was already there. Partey is bought, so there's 6. Sorry, 5 out of 7. Odegaard is bought. Says what?
Yeah, but look at those players, Lee. Yeah,
most of those players. Jesus, so that's what 8 out of 11 players he's bought for that starting 11. Then Saka,
and 8 out of those 11 players,
Martinelli and Saliba were players that were already there.
But look at the players. He bought Ramsdale as well. I don't know if you said that. 8 of those 11 players. 8
out of our first 11 he's bought.
But 8 out of those 11 players have outperformed the rest of the league. So their purchases are justified. We wanted Bastoni and we got fucking Longley. That is like going from a Rolls Royce to a fucking Rover. Going into a Ferrari dealership and coming out of a fucking Fiat.
So who do you put this on? Who do you actually
put
this
owners.
On? Yeah, but wait. Slow down a sec, right? Because Conte's obviously sanctioned some of these deals, yeah? Right. There's obviously rumoured that he didn't want Jed Spence, yeah? Like, and there's
Spence,
he didn't want him, blah, 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 which is why he's not played him, yeah? Longley's shit. Yeah, that guy's crap, bruv, right? But is he better than Davinson Sanchez?
Yeah, fuck me, Lee, you're better than Sanchez. That geezer's got the turning circle of a freight train.
But at the same time, Harry Maguire looks good for England.
Harry Maguire is a better centre-back than Sanchez.
At certain games with certain partners next to you can look good. Yeah, look at Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk can make any centre-back look good. Now he looks fucked. Everyone looks fucked at Liverpool because he's finished. That injury's killed him off. But when he was at his elite level before that injury for 3-4 years in a row, any centre-back who went next to him, whether they weren't even a centre-back, maybe a centre-mid with injuries, they put him next to Van Dijk, he'd make you look good. Yeah, as soon as Van Dijk gets injured and can't come back from that injury to the elite level anymore, all of a sudden Liverpool are crumbling, right? And it's the same with every team. If you have, like, William Saliba, if William Saliba's out injured for, say, 3 games, we're now putting Ben White at centre-back. That's what I think we'd do. We'd put Ben White as centre-back. Now you're putting Tomiyasu at right-back. Because now we could play Tomiyasu at centre-back, but Ben White's played centre-back most of last season, if not all of it, and Tomiyasu played right-back. So it's more comfortable for Tommy to play right-back at Arsenal. I don't think he's even played centre-back at Arsenal, Tomiyasu. So all of a sudden, our defence is weaker, and Ben White will then be making stupid errors like he did previously because he's not very good at centre-back. But at right-back, he looks fucking insane. Why? Because he's got a proper centre-back on that right centre-back side next to him, which has also made Gabriel Magalhaes look a lot better, even though he's got the bozo gene. But that 3, forget the left side for a minute, but them 3, all 3 of them have been fit most of the season, if not all of it. I think they've started every game, right, in the league. So when all 3 of them are fit, we're sweet. If you take Saliba out of that, them other 2 ain't going to be as good. And that's the same with you lot. You need a fucking centre-back, yeah, and then another centre-back that's all right, but then
Lee,
gets
our best centre-back.
And what's your best centre-back? The guy that's fucking always injured.
He don't want to play for us. He's apparently faked an injury for the last 3 weeks so he can be fully fit for Argentina. He don't give a shit about us, and why would you? Would you want to play next to Martinez and look at Messi, Di Maria, Dybala, Martinez, the striker Martinez, Ricardo De Paul, or look at Chicken Royale, Davis, Sessegnon, and every other motherfucker apart from Harry Kane?
Do you know one of your most underrated players is Davis?
Yeah, he's a 6 out of 10 every week.
Yes,
but that's it.
6.5 out of 10 every week. Yeah, very rarely cocks up. Yeah, but he ain't good enough to get you anywhere. Yeah, he's a good player to come on for 20 minutes to go and just shore it up. Yeah, he shouldn't be starting for you lot. Yeah, Davinson Sanchez is fucking waste of 42 million or whatever you paid for him. Yeah, Eric Dyer, bro, that guy's probably been one of your best players under Conte. But that sums it all up, really, doesn't it? Like, and he's played him at centre back, not centre mid. Yeah, then you've got Romero, who is your best defender. He's never fit. So then when you've got a never fit best centre back, who is a very good centre back, by the way, when you've not got him in the team, your team are going to look all over the gaff.
He's like Darren Anderson all over again.
Centre back in a fucking back four, that centre back drags everybody else up. Yeah, but as soon as that one good centre back is out, like Van Disney, Van Dijk, whatever you want to call him right now, as soon as he's fucked, the whole back line goes to pot. And that is why we have to wrap Saliba up in cotton wool this season and fucking hope he stays fit. Because if he comes out, we're instantly miles weaker. And now we look disjointed everywhere. So far, so good. We haven't had that. Yeah, the same with the forward line. If Harry Kane's out, you've normally got Son stepping in. But if Son's injured as well, and then Kane's out, what have you got?
Nothing.
If Jesus is out injured, yeah, what have we got? And the difference is you've got two. We've only really got one. If Jesus has been the main orchestrator of our play going forward, yeah, he'll drop into midfield, he'll drop out on the left, he'll drop out on the right, and he makes everything 100 miles an hour. Yeah, but if he's injured, we now need to find that guy that can come in, be comfortable on the ball, drop deep, make play, score goals, create chances. We ain't got that in our squad other than him. Martinelli's good, but he ain't that type of player. Martinelli's more direct down the wing, get in the box. Yeah, whereas Jesus can make the play, dribble past 4 or 5, bring players into play. You have that with Harry Kane. When Harry Kane's injured, which is very rarely, by the way, yeah, normally you can put Son into the team up front and slap it. And you've been getting away with it.
That's why apparently we bought Richarlison.
So good at stepping up. Yeah, we haven't got anyone that can step up. Yeah, and I've said this to you before when we've done combined 11s and shit like that, yeah, for the North London derby this season. Like, bro, the only player that gets in our fucking starting 11 out of yours is Harry Kane. And on form right now, he ain't getting in our team. Ain't getting in our team.
You're into Harry Kane right now?
Jesus does more.
12 goals this season.
Off this season, I know he scored 12 goals. How many league goals has he scored?
12. 12 in the league.
He ain't scored that many. Maybe
he has. He has. He's only scored one in the Champions League. He's only one in the Champions League was against.
He's got 12 fucking. He fucking has. Jesus Christ.
The only two players.
I'll eat 5 fucking words.
No, tell a lie. I'd have 2 players. I'd have 3 Tottenham players in that Arsenal team. Bentancur has got to be in there somewhere. Because he's been. Well, who's your midfield? You got Partey,
Xhaka, who's been our best player. Odegaard. I don't rate Odegaard, but is Bentancur playing in that position? No, he plays deeper. So he ain't getting in over Odegaard. You don't play with a 10. So he ain't getting in because he ain't getting in over Xhaka. He's been our best player this season. Yeah,
I still have Romero over Gabriel.
Although I do rate Bentancur, by the way. I think he's a good player, but he ain't getting in.
I'd have Romero over Gabriel.
So he ain't getting in over him, even though I don't rate him. He's still our top goal scorer this season, so he ain't even getting in at number 10.
So hang on, your centre backs. Romero starts over Gabriel this season. Even though he's been injured for 6 games, he's still been excellent for us.
Nope.
You having that bozo, that Emerson Royale basically bozo.
Do you know why? Because that bozo, although he is a bozo and he does stupidness, we're still at top of the league. So let's imagine that he learns from his stupid mistakes. Yeah, because let's like in away games this season, and I've watched every game, as you know, yeah, apart from the Brighton game that weren't aired on TV, right? And with people in the chat know this as well. He's been our best defender in away games this season. Yeah, and I rate Saliba miles better than him, yeah, but he has actually been our best defender. And as much as I take the piss out of him and say he's got a bozo gene and he's dumb and and he is. He does stupidness. He can play 89.5 minutes, fucking brilliant, and he'll just do that 30 seconds of madness. But in away games this season, he has been our best defender. Yeah, in all of our away games.
Dwayne Sousa says
he's been our best defender.
Romero's a back three
Romero ain't
merchant.
getting in.
He plays, Dwayne, he plays in a back four for Argentina, and he'll be one of the reasons why they win the World Cup. Him and Martinez, he's an absolutely ridiculous partnership. Harry Kane starts without a doubt. You know, he's second top goal scorer in the Premier League behind a robot. He starts. Turns up every North London derby, whether regardless if it's a penalty or an assist, he's there. You might, before anyone says in the chat, I know he ain't got any trophies, I know that. That's the argument. I know he doesn't.
I know, but listen, I didn't realise he scored 12 goals. I can't lie.
I
didn't realise it.
The only other away goal scorer
last season.
The only other away goal scorer we've had since August, apart from Kane, is Højbjerg and Bentancur. Actually, I think Davis might have one.
Mate, I'm looking at his stats now for Premier League, right? This season he's on 12. Last season he finished on 17. The season before he got 23. But like,
and that season he got 23, he got 14 assists as well.
14 assists. And then them seasons, like last season he only missed 1 league game. Season before he missed 3. Season before that he missed 9 and still got 18 goals. The season before that he missed 10 and still got 17 goals. Season before that he missed 1 game, got 30 goals. Season before that he missed 8 and got 29. Season before that he played all of them and got 25. Season before that he missed 4 and got 21. Bro, his level of consistency is a fucking joke.
I don't want to be that guy, but that's not far off the consistency of goals that Henry scored.
He's not as good as Henry.
No, I know. I'm saying, but like on a
debate.
No, I'm not saying it's a debate. I'm just saying from a goal perspective, Henry's
a joke. And do you know what's mad with it is that he's very rarely injured, like we've just seen on there. If you go through what take this season out for a minute, yeah. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8 seasons, he's missed 4, 12.
I'll tell you what, 13, Lee, as well.
13.
There's another player we forgot about.
13, 23, 20, 23, 32, 35. He's missed 36 games in the last 8 seasons. That's fucking ridiculous. To be that fit and to play consistently every week, in the league. He's missed 36 games in 8 seasons, and he's played every game.
2 goals. He's 2 goals off England's top goal scorer, so he'll get that in the World Cup. There's one player that starts in your team. I don't want to hear about the golden boy, but he fucking starts.
Kulusevski.
Mate, he is an absolute joke. His first 20.
Kulusevski's better than Saka, but he ain't getting in the team right now.
First 20 Premier League games.
You can't chat to me.
Listen to these stats, though. I know I'm not a statistician, right? But he's got 18 goal contributions in his first 20 games in the Premier League. That is the 3rd highest ever in Premier League.
He's still not getting in there.
Sorry, 3rd highest in the last decade.
Bro, we're top of the table. We've been the best team. We're 5 points clear. None of your players get in our team.
Harry Kane does.
I rate Kane. I rate Bentancur, and I rate Kulusevski. The rest of your team's pretty shit. I rate.
How many goals has Jesus scored?
5 or 6.
So he's only scored. He's only one above Bentancur.
Yeah.
We're having a striker that's scored. I rate Jesus because he does it. He works like a horse. He's up and down the pitch.
It's not just his goals. I knew that when we signed him, he weren't going to get more than 12, 15 goals.
Oh, we knew that. Knew there was to score more goals.
Yeah. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists in 14 games.
What's Kane on?
Kane's on 12 and 1 assist. So
he's got 13 GNA in 14 games. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, mate, Kane's a joke. Like, Kane's a really good footballer, and people don't understand how good a footballer Harry Kane is because it's Harry Kane. He plays for Tottenham. We have to slag them off. Mate, I've said this a million times. You ain't my rival. Yeah, and I'm a football fan. I like watching good footballers. Harry Kane is a fucking top footballer. Yeah, not just an elite goal scorer. He's a top footballer as well. He's so intelligent, on a football pitch. But, bro, right now, we're top of the table. None of your players get in our team. None of them.
So, right now, this season, you're still taking Jesus over Kane?
Yeah. As it stands right now, yeah. We're top of the table. We've done nearly a perfect start to the season. How are we changing anything?
It doesn't matter. Yeah. But so right now, you're above City right now.
Fair enough. We lost to United. Cool. Right. But that game, let's dissect that game real quick. We got back to 1-1. Bukayo Saka scored the equaliser, by the way. Yeah. 1-1. At that point, we should have sat back for 5 minutes, shored it up, and then made the subs and gone again. Instead, we didn't. We kept the stupid high line. They went 2-1. Then we made the subs 3-1. Game over. The Southampton game, we should have been out of sight in the first half. Yes, maybe if we had Kane, we might have scored a goal, right, or 2, right, to win the game. But we have only dropped fucking 5 points all season. There is no debate here for any player of any other team.
So on that logically, you wouldn't take any of Man City's players.
Henry, wait. No Man City player gets in our team right now. We're top of the tree for a reason, bro. As much as I love Mahrez, he ain't getting in the team. We're top.
Yeah, but see, so this season, so let's say
he ain't getting in the team right now, and I don't like Odegaard.
Erling Haaland,
he's not getting in the team right now. We're top of the table. Why would I change it?
So if you drop down to second place and Man City went above, would you still say the same thing?
Yeah, but we don't know if we are going to drop down. We could still be top of the table come fucking May.
If you win that league, if you win the league,
if you win the league, mate, I'm going to be unbearable. Do you know that? Yeah, because my standards never fucking dropped. When these pussies were making excuses about finishing 8th twice, yeah, right, finishing 5th, my standard was to win the title or compete for the title. If we win the title, bro, I'm popping out the champagne. The Dom Perignon is coming out, bro. Yeah, it is coming out. Man said, what have I been drinking? Bro, we're top of the table. Come on, Dwayne, you know the crack. We're top of the table. We have been I'm not even trolling. Why do people think I'm trolling? I'm being straight up with it. We are currently sat top of the table, dropped 5 points all season, yeah? 5 points. So at this stage of a season, after 15 Premier League games, we have been the best team in the league. We've been the best to watch. We've got the best defence.
Have you got the best manager?
No, Pep's the best manager.
Oh, I thought you'd bite at that.
Nah, come on. But we've won 12, drawn 1, lost 1. We've
scored
7 goals less than Manchester City, who, by the way, have a fucking robot fucking padding goals for fun. Yeah, they have the best team, squad. They have the best manager. As it
Conte or Pep?
Right now,
not Pep.
We are sat 5 points clear of that. I don't think we will become May because we know they're a second half of the season team and they're going a mad run. But this might just be the year, you know.
Right? No, it can't. It can't.
14 games. We've played 14, by the way. You've played 15, right? So we're 8 points clear of a game in hand over you, right? Us and City have both played 14. Yeah, we're 7 clear of Newcastle with a game in hand. Us and City are getting top 4. The rest of you can fight it out, right? But after 14, 15 games for you lot, we have been the best team in the league. Why would I change any of the players? As much as I don't rate the Bozo gene that highly, as much as I don't rate Odegaard that highly, yeah, why would I change it? We've been the best team.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. If it's
somebody else,
not broke, don't fix it.
That position.
I hear what you're saying. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But
we do need strengthening. We do need.
We both know though, deep down, way deep down, that this is still Arteta. And he's still.
Is a good question. Big up Hope Gaming. You're a real one, bruv. You've been here for years as well. Big up to you, my guy. Yeah. Would you apologize if Arteta wins it, bro? Damn straight. I've said this a million times. If he gets us in a title race, let alone win it, if we're in a title race to the last 6 games of the season, yeah, or the last month of the season, let me rephrase that. If we're in the title race going into May and we're within 6 points of City or we're above City, then my Arteta fucking hate campaign ends. The rat disappears, bruv. No, the rats stay forever because we're the rats. Yeah, but I will sit there and hold my hands up and I'll be the first to do that because all I've ever wanted when I was protesting to get Wenger out of the club and I was going to the games holding up banners and all of that to get Wenger out of the club, it was because I wanted us to be in a title challenge. That guy bottled a title challenge when Leicester won it. And then since then, we've been a fucking shambles. All I've wanted is Arsenal to challenge. So if Arsenal do challenge to the last month of the season, even if we win it or not, yeah, let's say we finished 3rd, but we finished 2 points behind Man City and Newcastle finished 1 point behind them, or you finished 1. But if we're in that title challenge till the last month of the season, within 6 points of them going into May, yeah, I'll shut up about Arteta. Real talk. I've said that a million times, mate. But this is the thing. People sit there and go, oh, even if we won it, you'd say that we should have done it by more points. Well, how about fucking win it? And then we'll have that conversation, innit? Yeah, all I've ever said, and I've been consistent, and people that come and watch this every single day, I've known my consistency on this. All I want to do is challenge. They smashed the stadium down to challenge. Yeah, we've sold player after player after player. Right? Now fucking challenge. And to be fair, right now, yeah, Master Splinter ain't going nowhere, bruv. Come on. Yeah, but right now, we are top of the tree. Yeah, we are top of the tree.
Lee, has your opinion changed this season?
The last few games, Josh. The last few games is the last month of the season, bro.
Yeah, it's May.
Yeah, how many games?
It might be June this season because of the World Cup, but
no, it's May. It's still May, bro.
Oh no, yeah, because we got like October, April and October are disgusting months, aren't they?
I'm looking now, right? In May, we have, this is all Premier League fixtures. Hang on.
Would you take Arteta over Conte?
I love Conte. Right, in May, right, let me just go through May's fixtures for Arsenal, yeah? May the 6th. We got a game before that? Let me have a look. No, we haven't. So May the 6th, we've got Newcastle away. Fuck me. Yeah, May the 6th, we've got Newcastle away. May the 13th, we've got Brighton at home. And then May the 20th, we got Forest away. Then May the 28th.
Jesse Lingard's going to turn it into a dance floor again.
We then have Wolves at home. So we got 4 games in May. If we get to May and we're within 6 points of Man City with them 4 games to play, or we're top above Man City or level with Man City and goal difference separates us, whatever. If we're in a title race going into that last month of that season, I'll shut up about Arteta. Bro, I've said that, but nobody clips that shit. Nobody cares about that because, oh, you're in the mud. I'm not in the mud. All you pussies that sat there fucking giving it, 8th because of this and 8th because of that and 5th because of this. No, my standards were always challenged, mate. Now we're challenging. Keep challenging. Go and sign players. Keep it real. Keep going. Keep doing what's required. Will we? I don't know. But if we do, I'll shut up and I'll be happy because eventually and finally, since 2016, my football club have actually decided to take the league seriously. Yeah, because even 2016, when Leicester won it, we didn't. It was only Petr Cech available. Yeah, we didn't try to win the league, bro. So if we do actually go to that final month of the season within 6 points of Man City, I'm sweet because that's all I've wanted and cried for and protested and marched and took banners out of the stadium. Yeah, Wenger's actually seen me hold a banner over the Armory at the stadium. He sat on beIN Sport watching a fucking film, a documentary. Yeah, it was a Wenger Out documentary. And it was me unfurling a fucking thanks for the memories, time to say goodbye banner over the Armory. Wenger was sat in beIN Sport studio watching me do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, this is all I've ever wanted. Just compete. Yes, right now it's only 14 games, which is why I'm keeping it kind of zipped, right? Because I know we can fall away real quick. But if we're there in May with 4 games to play, 6 points inside 4, 5, 6 points, whatever it may be, we're within 6 points or 6 points behind Man City with 4 to play, I'll shut up. Yeah. And I'll be fucking celebrating like a fucking madman if we win the title.
And I'll be deactivating my YouTube channel and going into incognito mode.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll definitely be top 3. I mean, January, if big teams have windows, Cream always rises to the top. I'm a big believer if Newcastle sign 2 or 3 players, they will be up there. They're already talking about getting James Maddison. They're already talking about bringing in another centre-back and another forward. Newcastle have only got 1 game a week. When it gets into March and April, and Arsenal are deep into the Europa League, Man City are deep into the Champions League, Chelsea could be deep into the Champions League, and Liverpool, and all the Geordies are just going about their business.
Mate, do you know what as well?
People have got to watch out for them.
How many of them Newcastle squad players, their whole squad are at the World Cup?
I think it's 1.
There you go. How many have we got?
Well, out of their 11. Bruno Guimaraes apparently didn't even get called up.
Bro, we got 10. Man City have got 17, I think. And most of Man City's 17 are starters. We've only got about 4 or 5 starters.
We've got, out of our team, we've got...
That could help us. Like, Jesus is not guaranteed to start. Martinelli's not guaranteed to start. Odegaard ain't there anyway. Zinchenko's not there. Saka's a starter. Yeah, then we've got Thomas Partey's a starter. Ramsdale's probably not going to start because Pickford's in goal. Tomiyasu's a starter. Granit Xhaka's a starter. Tina Turner for Australia, the goalkeeper's a starter. And then we've got Saliba. Well, is he going to start? We're not sure. And then you've got Ben White. Is he going to start? Not sure. Other than that, who else? Thomas Partey. Did I say Partey?
Yeah.
So we've got
Ghana ain't going to go far anyway. Ghana ain't going to go far anyway.
4 or 5 starters. Other than that, if you look
at
our team, how many starters Man City have, that could be a big problem for Man City. Yeah,
we've got more starters than you have. We've got Højbjerg, Kane.
Yeah, you have,
Son, Davis, Dyer potentially could start. Romero,
Lloris,
Bentancur.
Yeah. Lloris.
Did Colombia get through?
No. That's what I'm saying, bro. We could. This could be the season, you know. It could be, but I'm not getting carried away with it yet. Like, if we're there in May, then I'm getting carried away and I'll shut up about Arteta and I'll just be loving life. Yeah, because this is all I've wanted Arsenal to do. So if they do, they've done it for the first 14 games. Now do it for the next fucking 24.
And Perisic. Forgot about him.
Yeah, Perisic. Yeah, they've England have got Trippier, Shaw, Bruno, Wilson.
Yeah, but out of those, who's going to play? Wilson ain't starting. Pope's not starting. When Walker's fit, Trippier won't start.
Trippier won't start. Shaw.
And Shaw's at Switzerland, so they ain't going to go far. And Bruno Guimaraes, does he start?
Nah.
So, like, let's be real. And we've got Højbjerg as well. Højbjerg starts for Denmark. So we've got more starters than you have. And we're fucking shit.
Yeah, but bro, that's good. I don't care if any of our players get called up to the World Cup. Like, genuinely couldn't give a shit. Because if that means that we've got a chance to win the title, yeah, but that would be what the excuse. Like, if we do win the league, it'd be, oh yeah, but it was because of the World Cup. I don't give a fuck.
I'll make any excuse I can.
I'll be buzzing, mate. I'll be absolutely buzzing if we win the title. Yeah, because that's all I've wanted us to do. Bro, I've waited 18 years for this shit. Nearly 19 years.
I've waited
2004 was the last time we won a title, bro. It's 2023 in a couple of weeks.
I've waited 26 years for an FA Cup.
Bro, I've seen us win fucking 9. I've seen us win 9 FA Cups.
I've seen us win 2 League Cups in my lifetime. And one of them was 3, and the other one was 12.
Yeah, I've seen us win 9 FA Cups, mate. 9. That's half your trophy haul.
Shambles.
Bro, I've seen Arsenal win 17 trophies and people want to sit and chat to me. Right, get in the bin. Yeah, I've seen us win 17 trophies. Now add in finals that we've lost as well. Yeah, fucking
Champions League final
from the halfway line. Fucking the Champions League final, the Michael Owen final. Yeah, the fucking final in the League Cup against Birmingham, the one against Chelsea. Bro, I've seen us lose so many finals. Seen us lose loads. Yeah, and I've also seen us fucking win loads. So why should my standards ever be anything other than win?
Yeah,
it's mad. You've not seen no FA Cup in your lifetime. That's mad.
our fans, but what the narrative of our fans is, oh, it was only the Conference League. It's only the FA Cup. Let's focus on the Champions League and get dumped out by every team.
Bigger fish to fry, yeah?
Narrative.
That's why I got the ump the other day. When we lost to Brighton, my fan cam comments all sitting there saying, oh, yeah, you're so negative. We got bigger fish to fry. Fuck the League Cup. I was like, you motherfuckers, yeah? If we don't win anything this season, now look at the teams that are left in that League Cup, because you're not in it. Chelsea ain't in it. Man City or Liverpool getting dumped out. We're not in it.
You know who's going to win that League Cup, don't you?
Man United.
Yeah.
But they'll take it serious.
And it will be, oh, look what Ten Hag, he's only been here for 6 months. He's won more than you have in the last 10 years or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, it's mad. Oh, it's actually fucking mad.
FC.
Listen, we are going to wrap this up, guys, because we were only supposed to do fucking 40 minutes. We've done an hour and 10. I'm about 3 hours late for a barbecue. It's currently 9 p.m. in Spain. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go and get cleaned up a little bit and go to this barbecue where I will be sipping on Dom Perignon because that's how we're rolling. Top of the table and all that. We can't hear you from up here. So yeah, Dom Perignon settings.
Mate.
But big up to everybody who's watched, liked, shared. Make sure you subscribe to Henry's channel. And what you got coming up, mate?
Sunday got a Spurs show, and then we're looking forward to the World Cup. Then next week I'm in New York, so I'm going to do some stuff with Troops, Rants, probably X and Goonie. I'm looking forward to that, and then I'm going to do lots of stuff while I'm in New York. But yeah, make sure you all subscribe as well. How many people you got watching?
500.
It's mental. And what are we on?
On Friday night, that's decent, bro.
How many likes you on?
Not even 200. Fucking losers.
Not even on 200. Don't be like Daniel Levy. Don't be like Daniel Levy.
All right, big up to everybody who's put a like on the video, man. Come smash this past 200 real quick. I will have some clips of this out tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Tomorrow, I'm live with Goonie on his channel. I'll be doing a stream on here as standard. And then Sunday, I'm on with James Redmond on his channel, but it won't be live. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Now, obviously, I'll be doing my show on here as well. So yeah, man. And then next week, usual schedule, man. This is going to be regular. Me and Henry. We'll be back on your channel on Monday. Yeah, Monday and Fridays. Yeah, Monday and Fridays. The podcast will be back on Monday, me, Kenny, and Jez. That's going to continue all through the World Cup, by the way. Tuesday, Rants. Wednesday, James Redmond. Thursday, Goonie. Friday, Henry. So schedule it all in. Yeah, man, we're out of here, people. Big up to everybody in this chat. Big up to everyone who smashed a like. And yeah, man, I'm going to get mashed up at a barbecue. Adios, amigos. Hey, I'll take her in. Yeah, clip that, you pussy holes.
Conte in.